Welcome back to the Boomer Backfield. It's week 2. It's Michigan week. And here we go, man. I mean, we got the biggest game in the primetime slot. Game day's coming to town.
Woo!
I mean, it's a big deal. I'm super excited. I'm pumped. I don't think I'm making it out to this one, fellas. This one is I was looking at the tickets on SeatGeek.
Steep.
They're up
It's
there.
steep.
They're
It's
up there.
Yep.
If you weren't aware.
SeatGeek.
They are up there in price, but rightfully so. This is a big game, man. Here's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about when was the last time I didn't go to a home game? So I went scrolling back. The last time I missed an OU home game was December 5th, 2020.
Wow.
It was OU versus Baylor. It was the COVID season. I've been to every home game since, man.
That's
like,
crazy,
dang, bro. Am I really gonna miss? Am I gonna miss a home game, man?
Dude, lock in.
And not just a home game, but game day versus Michigan game.
Yeah,
like,
I know, man.
Huge game.
Anyways, I'm excited to watch it no matter what. I'm so pumped for this game. Everybody's talking about us, man. And crazy enough, we're favored in this game coming into this week. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I think it's obviously it's a huge game. Like we all know that. But I think we said this before. This sets the tone for the rest of the season, right? We have the hardest schedule in college football. Michigan's a really good team, and we play a lot of teams that are like Michigan on our schedule. We just do. That would hang with them. And so we really need to win this game to, I guess, prove to ourselves that we can handle our schedule and not get blown out like we did last year.
Yeah.
So I think it's an important game. Not just implications of like college football playoff wise, but also just mentally of like, okay, we can beat Michigan. We can go in and we can go beat Texas. We can go in and beat Alabama, all those other schools, LSU.
Yeah.
So I think it's a big game. Matters mentally.
I mean, that's the thing about just sports in general, that as much as winning is contagious, losing is too. So as soon as you get that first loss, it's going to change how we as a fan base feel about this team. It's going to change how the players feel. I don't care. You could be the best leader of all time, and I think BV's a great leader. I think Mateer's a great leader. I think we have great leaders on defense, multiple. But if you get just blown out or something, if you lose by more than 2 touchdowns in Michigan, the confidence of this team is just it's going to go down. I don't care what BV can give the greatest speech ever. It just doesn't matter. You lost. You lost to a freshman quarterback that came in, and he just whooped you. So this game is honestly, it's probably one of the biggest. I think it's probably the biggest game so far of BV's career, honestly, because it's gonna set the tone for the rest of the season. And this season, he is on that chopping block. So this is one of those games where it's like, man, that SEC schedule it's not gonna be fun. So if you can sneak out a non-con 5-0, 4-0, whatever, put yourself in a great spot.
Yes,
I totally agree. I think, when we were looking at the season as a whole, going 5-0 was like just the first baby step. You have to go 5-0 into Texas because what happens after 5-0 is the hard part. So this is a great first step. Kylan, I saw a post talking about, is this the biggest game of BV's career? I said Tennessee was a little bigger to me. I mean, man, it's hard because like right now, yes, this upcoming week is the biggest game of BV's career just because it's right now. But I remember that game week of Tennessee, I would have told you nothing could top this because like now looking back at it, we don't think it's that big because we lost it, honestly.
Yeah.
But man, when it was in that moment of like, here we are, like going into the SEC, we have to prove ourselves. I feel like that was such a huge game. But here's another opportunity. Here's another big opportunity for BV, man. That's the end of the story. Is 2 huge opportunities. This being one of them.
Yeah, he's got to win. He's got to win. Kind of like you said it. He can have the greatest speech of all time, and he has. The last 4 years he's been here, he's had the greatest speeches, and we've sucked. So, like, at this point, it's just like, you just got to win. You just got to go out there and win. And I think we got the quarterback to do it. I think that's been the biggest thing a lot of his years is the quarterback. Dylan Gabriel is a good quarterback, but no, Dylan Gabriel was a good quarterback. I think it was just something was always not clicking, right? It was either the play calling, or it was either the O-line, or it was either the quarterback last year, or it was the receivers. I feel like this year we have
something
or injuries. I feel like this year there's not really an excuse, at least for this Michigan game, right? Our quarterback's good. Yeah, so far. Our quarterback's good. Our play calling's really good. Our receivers look fantastic. Where do they come from? Our running back room looks good. And our O-line has improved. It hasn't improved a lot, but it has improved. And so it's like, this is the time where you need to win because you really can't put the blame on anything else. You can't say we have a terrible O-line. You can't say our receivers are injured. You can't say the quarterback situation is happening. Like, everything is set up for you to succeed, so you got to go and take it. And I think they do. I think BV can finally turn it around. But once again, like, anything can happen with BV. I mean, that's what is so sad is like anything can really happen. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I really hope that this is the game where he turns it on and it clicks for him, And quite frankly, it has to, because if it doesn't, we're in for a miserable season. Like, honestly, if we can't beat Michigan at home, at night, how are we going to go beat Bama? How are we going to beat LSU? I mean, LSU just won in Death Valley in Clemson. Like, if we can't beat Michigan here, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm gonna expand on that a little bit with a hot take. Uh-oh. Hot take segment.
Uh-oh.
I don't think Michigan is that huge of a challenge. That's my hot take. I think and here's why. Last week they played New Mexico, at home, obviously, and they won 34-17. Against New Mexico. Now, maybe New Mexico is better than I think, but I don't think New Mexico is that good. And if New Mexico can put up 17, our offense should be able. If I don't see at least a 30-point game, I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah. So I think the defense is maybe a little bit more winnable for us. Michigan's defense is a little bit more winnable for us, favorable for us, than I thought it was preseason. That's what I took away from the New Mexico game. Bryce Underwood did look better than I maybe would have thought preseason, but at the same time, he's never started on the road. And Joel Klatt a couple of weeks ago was talking about Arch Manning going to Ohio State and him having to go on the road. And your first start on the road in college football is a totally different experience than you can ever expect it to be. It truly is. Yeah. So we don't know what he's going to look like yet. We haven't seen it yet on the road. So I actually don't think Bryce Underwood, the defense. I think Michigan is not. They're ranked 15. I don't think they should be ranked 15. I think that they are not the greatest team in. I don't think they're our hardest matchup at all. And so that's my hot take is BV, you got to go win this game. Oklahoma, you got to go win this game because this team is not even close to the hardest team you're going to see. It might not even be better than, here's a hot take, Auburn. This might not even be the hardest game in the first 4 games. So, I think Michigan is a very, very, very winnable game. We're favored by 5.5. If you can't go take care of this, it's only going to get way rougher from here. Look out for an ugly season. Yeah. But I think after what I saw week 1, I wasn't overly impressed with our team week 1. But I do think Michigan, come on, we should be able to take this team. We really should.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. But the only thing that I would say is that Michigan plays extremely well against good teams. That's they're two of their 3 wins. Their last 3 wins are Ohio State, Bama, and New Mexico. Yeah. Our last 3 wins are Illinois State, Bama, and
let's go.
Mizzou. No,
you got to go far back. Oh no,
is it Auburn?
Maine.
I mean, that's we both got the common denominator in Bama, so let's go. But if they didn't have a freshman quarterback first start on the road, I would be way more worried. But I do think that they're going to probably come in here and play extremely well because last year they managed to do all that and they didn't even have a quarterback, bro. They were playing with Alex, whatever, Orgy was out back there just running around and he had no clue what he was doing. They had no receivers. So, I mean, Bryce Underwood, if you was like, who's this guy, took the jersey, took his name off, and were like, who's this guy, how old do you think this kid is? I would have never told you he's a freshman. He looks legit throwing the ball. Decision-making, fast. He knows when to throw the ball, if they're going to be open, when they're going to be open, throwing people open. Those are things that most quarterbacks don't, start to really get into until maybe sophomore, junior year, but he's got it off rip. And plus, y'all ain't never seen a freshman like him. Never.
Apparently. Yeah.
So
he did say that.
I think we should win 100%, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's not by, an absurd amount. Just because Michigan, I think they're a solid team, and they averaged 6.8 yards a carry last week, and Justice Haynes is a dog. He is a dog.
We got to figure that out.
Because we allowed, 4.5?
Yes,
so
we have to figure that out.
That's my main concern. Because I think we'll stop the pass easy. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that run game, he ran for 16 carries, 160, and 3 tutties.
Yeah.
I said, might get ugly.
Colin, you brought up a good point. I wanted to talk about the pass for a little bit.
Yeah.
So Bryce Underwood last week was 21 for 31 with 251 yards. A lot of ones. He had 1 touchdown, but his longest pass was 39 yards. So he averaged 8.1 yards a pass, but his longest was 39. So basically, that 39 kind of pumped up his numbers. Yeah. So most of his passes were probably, I would say, in the 4-5 yard range. Maybe he had a couple 10s and then the 39. But if New Mexico can hold his average pass game even to 8, let's just call it, if it's 8 yards a pat, that's pretty good. And our secondary looked like probably the better part of our defense, honestly, this past week. So I think the pass game is going to be kind of non-existent for them, honestly. I just think that we're going to shut them down so quickly. But yes, the run. And the reason why the run is so lethal is not just because they're good at it, but because it drains the clock so much. If you play a run-heavy game, the game goes by so fast. And if they're running down the field, they score. I mean, they take 6-7 minutes off the clock, easy. And then say we go 3 and out, it's 6, 7. Okay.
I saw Spencer smirking. I had to. I'm sorry.
But but the thing is if they go down and score, right, and then we have a 3 and out or a 2-minute drive, and they run down the clock and go score.
Over.
That's exactly what happened against Navy back in I think it was 2016 or 2017 or something like that.
Army.
Army. Yeah.
Army. That's what I meant.
With Kyler
Army.
Murray.
Yep, yes. So 2018, it was the Army. I was at that game, and it was the craziest thing. Army would have legit 8-minute drives and then go score. And then another 8-minute drive and go score. And we would score quickly, but it was such a close game. So anyways, all that to say, I don't think Bryce Underwood's pass game is going to be stellar whatsoever. I would bet, if I had to bet money, I would bet he's under 150 yards. Easy. I would bet he's under 150 yards. But their run game is, if we can stop their run game, we will destroy Michigan. We will absolutely annihilate them. But I don't know. I don't know if we can do that. So it's either going to be a close game or I think we whoop them. Actually. I think that's really kind of the two circumstances.
Yeah. The thing about Michigan is they don't really play to win by a huge margin.
Yeah.
And they also don't play in a style where you can beat them in a huge margin because, you said, they run the ball. They play slow, and they ground and pound and beat you up. And that is a really good way to play, actually, against Brent Venables' defense, actually, because Navy did it. I remember Oklahoma State with Ollie Gordon. I remember that week of practice. I mean, you're putting 8 guys in the freaking box just to stop one guy, just to stop the run game, which opened up the pass game. It creates turmoil for the defensive coordinator when if they're running the ball 4 yards a carry or so, 5 yards a carry, just creates turmoil for the defensive coordinator,
Mhm.
because then you have to devote more players to stop the run. The pass game opens up. They can beat you that way. So it's just like, if you have a good run, it's hard to stop, and we haven't been really good at stopping it in the recent
Mhm.
future, or in the recent past. So I totally agree. And Michigan has gotten a lot of good teams that way. That's how they
Mhm.
get Ohio State. That's how they get, is they just slowly just beat you up, and they slowly run the ball. They slowly score. Sure, you might be able to pass the ball well, but that's what actually gives me hope, at least a little bit, is that their defense isn't as good as last year. Last year,
Mhm.
they were able to play that way because they had such a good defense, but they lost so much in that defense and then, New Mexico putting up 17. It gives me a little bit of hope, but I do agree, man. They play a different style of football than us. They play Big Ten football. Yeah. It's actually a very weird thing seeing a team like Michigan that plays the most Big Ten football you can play, and then seeing an air raid offense like ours. It's going to be interesting, honestly.
I think if that's the formula to beat the University of Oklahoma, is to play that style of football, because
it's been that way.
Honestly, and if I'm being honest, that's how you beat Brent Venables. Because if you can play the clock game, which is he cannot play the clock game. So you will be able to manipulate it, and like, here, I'll give him the ball back with 1:30 before halftime, and it's a one-score game. Like, oh, what's he gonna go? Is he gonna go score? Is he gonna play conservative type? So I wouldn't be shocked if Sharon Moore, he's an alumni. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he's has a few tricks up his sleeve. But dude, I'm looking at their scores from last year, bro. It's win by 6, win by 3, win by 3, win by 7, win by 10.
Yes, that's how they do
lose, and then if they lose, it's by 11, 3. Like, their biggest game, they beat Northwestern last year 50-6, which is like insane. But that's the only thing. Everything else is 20-15, 17-24.
The Ohio State game was 13-10.
13-10.
I mean, like, what a that's just
versus
that's
Bama.
how they play football up there,
19-13. And I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Do what you do best and drain the clock, run the ball, and I mean, make them stop you. That's the name of the game, is to make them stop you, because you'll make more mistakes throwing the ball than you will running the ball. I don't think Justice Haynes is going to fumble the ball 4 times, but trust me, Bryce Underwood could throw 4 picks. He could. Yeah. He's a freshman. He could throw 4 picks. So I think it'll be interesting to see, honestly.
Dude, okay, yeah. So one, I'll add on to your point. To beat Brent Venables, keep the defense on the field, man.
Yeah.
So true. That has been the key for every team that has beat us. When you keep that defense on the field for a long time, or by how last year with the offense being so bad that the defense had to go back on the field, that's the way to beat Brent Venables. Unfortunately, that is the way to do it. 2, man, I totally agree. We got to get turnovers. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
We got to win the turnover margin in this game. I know that's like, okay, obviously you got to get turnovers, but you have to stop those drives that are lasting 5 minutes, 10 minutes, somehow, some way. And it's hard to do versus an offense that only runs the ball, but we got to figure out a way to get a turnover. We didn't get one versus Illinois State. That was really disappointing. But if Michigan is going to have the ball for 6, 7, 8 minutes at a time, you have to create a turnover and stop that. So, yeah, man, it's tough, man. I would hate to be Brent Venables trying to stop this run offense that's just really different than what we usually see.
Yeah.
But what gives me hope, this is crazy. What gives me hope is, like, our offense is capable of beating this defense. Like, that's what gives me hope, honestly, is like our offense really can go out there and score, most drives. And that's something that we couldn't say last year. So the defense doesn't have to be perfect anymore. That's what's good.
Yeah.
You don't have to go get stops. If they go down and score a field goal, even if it takes 8 minutes, okay, I think our offense can match that. That's positive.
I agree. One benefit too here is if Michigan is running the ball a ton, which they will be, we have the D-line depth to handle that, right? Like, if we just had good first strings and that's it, and linebackers, right? we have so much depth that they could run the ball all game, and we'll still be able to hang with them in the fourth quarter. You know, be able to press them up pretty good. So hopefully, if our D line like locks in this week and figures it out, Michigan might be cooked. Like really, they might be cooked because we can go put in our third strings at D line, and they're still going to be able to compete with the first strings at Michigan. Like that's how good it is. So there's a lot of hope for that defense.
We talked about in the Illinois State game, like it felt like the run defense was a little bit like a weak point in our defense.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I think we'll see a little bit better or a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, Colby, man, like the second strings at the D line and the linebacker room are fully capable of playing against this Michigan team. That is great news. They're not going to get tired. Like we literally you could go drive for drive with these guys. Like you can do full subs, drive for drive, and make sure that these guys are always fresh, which is really important when you have a team that likes to beat up your defense.
Yeah.
So, I agree. That's a big key.
It'd be fun to watch. BV also talked about keeping it vanilla. You know, we hear that all the time, but I don't think they're running their full stomp packages and stuff like that. And so maybe that's also another reason why we thought the defense was struggling, the D-line was struggling. But yeah,
who knows?
I think they're going to figure it out this week. So I'm excited for this game.
They kind of have to. If they don't, you lose the game. Personally, I mean that's how it is.
Yeah.
If you don't figure out how to create some type of pressure on the quarterback or figure out how to just you don't even have to stop it. You just have to contain it. Like there can't be big 40-plus yard chunk plays. That can't happen. If you limit them to under, I'd say 4 a carry, you win the game easy. I think that's not even a question. But I also think this offense, like you have to be on it because you're going to we had 10 offensive drives in versus Illinois State. So I would say we probably get maybe 7 versus Michigan because they're going to drain you're not going to get that many chances to go out and score. So when you do get the ball, there can't be a 3 and out because you called 3 straight garbage plays or you don't execute. You have to execute. If you were to get 6 drives, you have to score probably to win this game on at least 4 or 5. At least. Yes. Like almost every single time. It could be field goal, touchdown, whatever, but you have to score because you're only going to get so many chances.
Well, and 3 and outs are a no-go.
It's a minute. It's a minute.
Yes. That's a minute at a time. Your defense is going to get no rest. You're not going to get a shot at a field goal. You're not going to put their defense under any pressure. 3 and outs are a no-go. That 3 and out to start the game versus Illinois State can't happen. Like that just cannot happen.
It was a minute and 48 seconds. A minute and 48 seconds. That's insane.
You got to put more pressure on their defense and give your defense more time to rest in this game. That 3 and out. That 3 and out was
to start the
that
game.
Was concerning.
Gosh,
that was crazy.
State. Yeah.
I
was like, oh gosh.
Michigan, OU, huge game. Lots at stake here for both of us. Right, for Michigan too. If we lock in, we're going to beat them, and we have to. BV has to beat them. He's got to get a big win that actually matters. You know, I think his only other big win that actually mattered was Texas in 2023, and that's it. Beating Bama last year did not matter. We're not going to the playoff. It had no implications. Like it gave bowl eligibility. It helped us out with bowl eligibility. Like that's what it was. He needs to win a big game that actually has genuine implications and sustain that success too. Yeah. And I think he will do it this Saturday.
Primetime slot, night game. Environment's going to be crazy. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited. Going to have the sky cam going and everything.
Sky cam, bro.
I love when they get sky cam out there. So
yeah, me too.
Well, fellas, I guess we'll find out and see. So,
yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. We will see y'all after the game.
Yeah.
Peace.